Good evening, everyone. My name is Rain Hogue. Today, I speak with honor. In honor of someone who made his mark in this world and will never be forgotten. His his mark being his characters in comics and them come to life before our eyes and his own very eyes. His name is Stanley Martin Lieber, as we know him and call him is Stan Lee. This is about Stan Lee and a brief what his life was like. Stan Lee lived from being born on December 28, 1922, to dying at the age of 95 on November 12, 2019, which wasn't too long ago. Even with him gone, which was a sad time for people who loved his comics, who saw the movies that were made based off his comics, that does not mean he left without leaving the world something. He was a husband, a parent, a sibling, a son, and to everyone who reads or watch about Marvel, he was our hero. According to the online website of biography, he was acknowledged for, and we acknowledge him for his creation of his superheroes, like Fantastic Four, X-Men, Hulk, Thor, and even our own friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Lee has started working as an office assistant at Timely Comics in 1939. And around the early 1960s, Timely Comics became Marvel Comics. According to NBC News, he became known for a dynamic copy and emphasis on social issues. Timely Comics was also renamed to Marvel Comics in an attempt to compete with the hit of the DC Comics of Justice League of America. Excelsior. One of his famous phrase he says, it is a Latin word which means ever upwards. I have a few more quotes said by him in this time with us, which I found from an online site of Insider, and I picked 4 of them I'm going to read to you. The first one is, I have always included minority characters in my stories, often as heroes. We live in a diverse society, in fact, a diverse world, and we must learn to live in peace and with respect for each other. The next one is, for years, kids have been asking me, what's the greatest superpower? I always say luck. If you are lucky, everything works. I've been lucky. The third one is, America is made of different races and different religions, but we are all co-travelers on a spaceship Earth and must respect and help each other along the way. The last one I have is, I used to be embarrassed because I was just a comic book writer while other people were building bridges or going on medical careers. And then I began to realize entertainment is one of the most important things in people's life. Without it, they might go off the deep end. His superheroes showed his way of the world, and he loved to include everyone. As I said earlier in one of the quotes, he loves to include minorities as superheroes. And he's right, the world is so diverse today. I'm not sure we realize it sometimes. He lived his life to the fullest, even when he had his ups and downs, from losing his wife, and what I've read, there was also bankruptcy at a moment. But he got through it, and he lived to see his comics become big things on screen, and even be little cameos in them. He lived to that day, and all because of this is what kept him from going on and wanting to make kids and people happy. So I would say he lived it to his fullest, even with ups and downs. He was still a hero in this world, and especially in our hearts, and especially to everyone who reads it, watches it, or his family in general. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.